Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Something Something Destiny News Show. The show that we just pretty much check out news from this week, and I'm just kind of doing this on the fly. YOLO. I'm your host, that one guy that gets called Jack Black, yet the only thing funny about him is he's not actually funny. Today in local news, YouTube commenters are rioting because they aren't getting called scholars. They demand to be scholars on the regular basis and threaten to hold new Destiny 2 players hostage. Joke's on them, Bungie's been doing that already with the new player experience. Talking about new players, the next story focuses on the new Destiny 2 creator who doesn't understand the word conversation and what it actually means. Now, we tried hiring Big Bird from Sesame Street to come on stream to teach us the meaning of conversations. However, it seems he's too busy ordering DoorDash. We'll get you next time, big guy. Now, returning to Bungie. That's right, in the news on Bungie, Bungie announced on March 4th they will be having a dev stream for Act 2. Now, if you're like me, you probably forgot we finished Act 1, considering how it was only like 15 minutes. The story was actually 15 minutes, yes. Granted, that's 13 more minutes longer than what Christopher Barrett lasted in bed. Listen, Bungie, if you're trying to pad out time, just ask Rick Kakis. He'll give you an entire intro that lasts 40 minutes. Funny enough, Act 1 really was only 15 minutes long, and the story sets up the entire episode, even though Bungie told us the entire beginning story in the first dev stream. Can't wait for Bungie to spoil the entire next 15 minutes of Act 2 storyline with this next dev stream. So much for time gating if Bungie is just going to spoil the whole story anyways. Am I right, fellow time gator lovers? Next week, be sure to pull out your bingo cards and get them prepped for next Tuesday. That's right. You can honestly put down Bungie gaslights the community as the free space. But don't worry, Bungie. Here at Something Something Destiny News, we've got you covered with the facts. In fact, we've got the perfect segment for you called Bungie Says Something That Never Actually Happens. All right, let's kick off this segment. Starting off with our list at number 1, episodes are an evolution.
I think the easiest way to think about episodes is the natural evolution of the seasonal model.
Number 2, starting in Revenant, holo projectors will be removed.
Starting with Revenant, and especially when we get to Apollo, we're going to be deliberately shaking it up.
Welcome to my most lucrative customer. I hear you're scored on to the dinner, so to speak.
Number 3, DMG acts like he's actually funny.
Yeah, I mean, we're listening. I'm that guy. Bread, hashtag meme.
Number 4, content will evolve between acts, which we know that's not true. Don't worry, that's just a test run. I'm sure we'll find more in the future for this segment. All right, furthermore, moving on. Bungie announced Moments of Triumph. You know, the shittier version of Age of Triumphs from Destiny 1? Yeah, it's coming back again for some reason. At this point, I think Bungie just makes these events to either bait people into spending more money or waste more time on pointless seals they'll never wear, but feel compelled to complete anyways. There are 2 things that Destiny players have a strange addiction to: emblems and seals. Have you ever seen Destiny players react to emblems for Twitch? It's like they're crack addicts. Whenever Bungie is late delivering emblems from watching Twitch, it's like an army of undead zombies rising from the shadows, clawing at Bungie for the emblems. Give it to me. Give it to me. Remember, men, make sure to have your Destiny app downloaded on your phone when you try to pick up women. You can show them all the emblems. Those panties will jump faster than Luke Smith did Bungie. Talking about jumping ship, Trials of Osiris returns. You know, nothing builds excitement for a mode like introducing loot that no one wants. That's right, Aisha's Care, the straight pulse rifle that no one uses, is back. But what's more, there's a bug that's giving double loot. Wow, I'm sure that has nothing to do with the fact that everyone's playing Monster Hunter instead of Destiny right now. Sure, it's definitely a bug. Totally not planned, Bungie. Sure. But don't worry, Bungie was nice enough to let us know that we can skip this week of being sweaty because Bungie revealed the date for the new sniper, King Thistle, and when it will be released. So put it on your calendars, March 20th. If you're an average PvP player, you should absolutely show up the 20th. Totally not March 7th. Nope. Not at all. If you're a casual, you should absolutely show up the 20th and not the 7th. There's nothing going on the 7th. You don't want to play Trials. Trust me, you don't. Next, we look at the state of the game. It's still a dumpster fire. In fact, we currently have live footage of the game right here. Destiny players report their games have been invaded by chickens and weasels. Meanwhile, other reports players being teabagged by fruits. That comes as a surprise, as Bradley the Bradster's recent video must have summoned the Great Centipede as he made the mistake of saying the game wasn't broken, which then issued a challenge to the Great Centipede, which then continued to prove him wrong. Furthermore, players report losing comp score due to being kicked out of the game and constantly being unable to play the game. Skill issue, am I right? Talking about the competitive mode, Bungie reports they are attempting to fix a mistake that happens every freaking update. Every season it's happening. That's right. Welcome to the newest segment, Guess What's Bugged in Competitive Mode. In this episode of Guess What's Bugged with Comp, we find out that not only is the new comp weapon bugged, but now comp weapon focusing is also bugged. And when I mean bugged, I mean it's like my sex life, it's non-existent. Because who needs loot, right? No reason at all for Bungie to make sure a core function of the game is working, right? Nah, players just need to learn to get good with their loot focus skills. Isn't that right, DMG? You'd think Bungie would learn to fix the new comp weapon not dropping correctly after the 5th time, but hey, you know what they say, practice makes perfect. Don't feel bad if you're late to the party getting access to the fun new toy because the community is already begging Bungie for it to be hit hard with a Nerf hammer. Harder than Triple Wreck being sued by Grenader Jake. That's right. Ooh. Congrats on winning that, by the way, Jake. You can finally go back to Trials and call everyone a cheater again. I'm joking. We all know most people in the playlist are probably cheating anyways. I'm just waiting for the witness to appear in PvP like it does in PvE. What's this? This just came in, just like I did in your mom last night. Who wrote that? Was some kid on Xbox? What is this, 2010? Well, just like 2010, the BXR, or should I say, the new Stasis BXR, Redrix, is considered too hot. Lightweights in general are considered too hot, and Bungie's already planning to nerf them both. Let's be honest, lightweights are gross. They're grosser than Pete Parsons' gross income. And just like Pete, the Stasis BXR will show your opponents out the door. Didn't Bungie just buff lightweights? They sure did! And what is the Sandbox team even doing? Who knows, because Chris Proctor left. It's probably in shambles. Like my love life. But you know what Bungie does know? Is how to push the crappier version of the Palindrome. That's right, the great Palindrome has returned and it's mid-AF. I've never seen the community more split on the gun before. What is crazier is that Bungie's trying to sell Rolling Storm like it's crack to Destiny players. But instead of crack, it's lint. People are still trying to snort it, even though it's lint. Let this be a PSA for the show and everyone watching. Rolling Storm is not good. On the seasonal grenade launcher it is. It's amazing because it can tag multiple kills. On a primary like Pally, it's a waste of a perk. Why Rolling Thunder when you can blow things up with incandescent, volatile rounds, jolt shots, jolting feedback, volt shot, and jolting feedback? There's an undeniable copium coming from many players about Rolling Thunder. And let's be honest, let's not act like Bolt Charge right now is being supercharged by the artifact mods, and once those go away, so will the excitement. Like, is Rolling Thunder that good, or is it Storm's Keep? It's Storm's Keep. Now, is Rolling Thunder, if Rolling Thunder actually activated Bolt Charge after getting a kill at max, hell yeah, it's a good perk. But for now, Palindrome is mid for PvE, and let's be honest, has decent PvP roles, but gets shadowed by Exalted Truth. And then let's not act like there isn't like 30 hand cannons in the game that all have great perks and synergies that we can use right now. Can't wait for future Grandmasters where my team is all using Palindrome with Rolling Thunder for ad clear. Wow. I mean, they already use a rocket launcher and raids for ad clear. Might as well use Pally with Rolling Thunder. And that's it, folks. That's the show. I'll leave you a reminder. Don't trust anything Bungie says. They're like your dad who left and said they'd return after getting some meat for dinner. Except the only meat they got was next door with your best friend's dad. Plot twist. You have two dads now. Which explains why some of y'all personalities attached to a video game. You have daddy issues. Until next time, don't forget to game out. Huzzah!